AMC stock is down another 9% today. This is actually crazy. Let's talk about what's going on. Let's go over some of the numbers and be realistic with ourselves. So, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and source your comments, questions, or concerns down below in the comment section. So, what is happening, okay, is AMC stock has collapsed. That's pretty obvious at this point. AMC stock has went from the $40, $50 level down to $7.41 per share. At this point, you have to start asking yourself, is there something deeper going on with AMC? Is there something happening here? The stock cannot catch a bottom. The market cap currently of AMC stock, it says 1.17 billion. Some numbers I was seeing was lower than that, but currently 1.17 billion. The price to call it sales ratio is like 0.2. Even on a fundamental basis, people don't want to buy AMC because you can make the argument that the stock's pretty undervalued at where it's currently trading at. You are even under the bears price targets, right? You're even under the lowest analyst price targets out there, which some of the lowest ones are $8 per share, which is from Credit Suisse. So what's going on? Okay. What's going on? You're almost to the lowest single price target that we have. Let me see. It's $4.41 per share. You're almost there. Okay. Very strange what's going on right now. Very, very strange. It doesn't make a whole lot of logical sense. The markets have already priced in this dilution a lot. I mean, the stock has went from $30 to $7.35. You're now down almost 10% here on the day. You've priced in all of this dilution. Now I'm just wondering why the stock continues to get cratered. I don't even know how to describe it at this point. Just absolutely destroyed. Now, I do think there's multiple things that are happening. Obviously, you've seen a massive shorting attack. And it's one of those things where you can tell by the share price and what's happened recently, the short interest has likely went much higher. But we don't have an exchange reported short interest number yet. Official short interest yet. We don't even have a real estimate for AMC's short interest. And the last estimate we had when AMC was in the $30 range was 29.25%. It's possible the short interest is over 100% right now. Okay? So when you think about it like that, I mean, it's notable. Let me see. Yeah, and even when you look at credit default swaps on AMC, it looks like they're at about 70 basis points. So kind of not great, but it's not terrible, right? And even considering the capital that we are raising right now, could be worse. So really, what is happening here? It's hard to say. Let me know if you have sold down below in the comment section. Just comment and say sold or you're buying or something along those lines. Because it almost looks like retail investors have sold a good portion. If retail investors have not been selling, then your short interest could be over 100%. Just based on kind of the price action that we're seeing and some of the FTD numbers and some of the option activity that we have seen recently. So let me know down below in the comment section. We're going to run through some of these numbers. They are not accurate at all, but I do like to go over them because we have went over them for literally years now. Ortex is not giving us the option activity still, and they still haven't updated their data for AMC stock. I think they're also waiting for the exchange reported short interest so they don't throw out some crazy numbers here. So you have a short score of 66, $145.14 million worth of short positions currently in AMC stock, 11.33% estimated short interest of free float. Free float out on loan at 16.26%. Shares out on loan at 25.65%. Days to cover 2.77. Cost to borrow 7.89%. Utilization of 77.29%. But look at cost to borrow fees. Cost to borrow fees over here on Interactive Brokers, 4.28% with 1.8 million shares that are currently available. Cost to borrow average 6.52%. Cost to borrow max about 15%. Cost to borrow minimum at about 6%. Live short interest of free float at 13.16% and 20.76 million shares that are currently sold short. So none of these numbers look accurate at all. Keep that in mind. AMC's average analyst price target is $21.68 per share. That is a return potential of 167.01%. So some very big potential returns from here, according to the analyst, where they see a fair value for AMC stock. So, I mean, you don't even have to see some kind of crazy multi-$100 rally at this point to get some really good returns at this level. You've just fallen so much more than anyone thought. Adam Aron, the board of executives, did not think this was going to happen. The shorts did not think this was going to happen. Retail investors did not think this was going to happen. So if you're buying AMC stock today, the good news is you have massively de-risked your position. The odds that you lose money at $7 and what are we at? $7.33 per share is very low. Unless AMC were to ultimately, go bankrupt or something, the odds of you losing money here are virtually non-existent. So there is that. Let's go ahead and get into the Stonko Tracker data. You have calls in the money of 1,236, calls out the money 206,719, puts in the money 123,859, puts out the money 43,203. So lots of option activity. Basically, none of it on the call side, and a decent amount of puts that are in the money. So today is Friday. I don't expect too much actual movement here. I don't think we're all of a sudden going to see a big rally. That's possible, sure, but it looks like this week is set in stone. It's been a very rough week for AMC, especially the last 3 days. In the last 3 days alone, you have fallen almost 37% on September 6th. You fell 5.8% the next day, and now you're down 10%. So all in all, you have fallen, 47% plus 6%. You've fallen, 52% in the last 3 days? That's actually ridiculous. On top of the massive declines that you have seen before then. That's crazy. I'm really at a loss for words. I don't understand what is going on at this point. Unless there is a deep fundamental problem with AMC, this doesn't make a whole lot of sense to me. Or the short interest is, like I said, potentially even over 100%. Those are the only two options, in my brain at least. Now, if we look at the FTD numbers, we do still have FTDs that need to be closed out of, although AMC stock is not on the threshold securities list. Today is September 8th, so it looks like about 4.1 million FTDs that came due today. Next week, you're going to start off at 3.8 million FTDs, and then you're going to ramp to the end of the week at 4.1 million FTDs. So you kind of come down a little bit in the beginning of the week, and then you ramp up higher into next Friday. And even next Monday, you have 4.5 million FTDs. So when this data does update, we should get a better picture of, you know, how many FTDs are still left to be closed out, guys. So there is that. Now I want to look at AMC. I guess anything is really off the table here. We don't know what could happen with AMC at this point. I, in my wildest dreams, did not think we were going to go to $7 post reverse split, but we are. So what's the next stop? Well, if the selling does not stop here, $5 per share would be the next, I think, hard stop. You'll find some remnants of support around $5 per share. At least you should. That seems to be a pretty big psychological level. That would be a decline from here to get down to $5 of about 30% still. So, I mean, that would still be a huge decline to come with AMC stock. So keep that in mind. Now, it looks like the RSI is at 23.55, extremely oversold. The MACD is really oversold as well, but you're starting to get a little bit of a curling effect. This gap has definitely closed a little bit. You're starting to kind of bottom out here on the MACD. That could be a good sign that maybe we do bottom here with AMC stock pretty soon. And that's the first time the MACD has given this kind of signal even remotely, okay? So that could be a good sign, guys. So that's what I have for you. Let me know, like I said, if you have sold your position, if you're buying more, what you're doing with your position down below in the comment section. I'm really trying to figure out what's going on right now with AMC stock, and it's definitely a hard one to crack at that. So hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, source your comments, questions, or concerns down below in the comment section. You guys have a great rest of your day, and I will see you in the next one.